My friend found this object in the grass at an old Luftwaffe practice range in the Netherlands. He also came across a lot of shrapnel, empty casings, and old concrete practice bombs in the area. This particular object was next to a path in the grass, and it seems like someone may have moved it there. It's about 35 to 40 centimeters in diameter, though that's just a rough estimate. It looks like there's a carrying handle on the bottom right. Here are my guesses for what it could be. A mine, a road wheel from a tracked vehicle, a propeller hub assembly from a plane, a tapped blind flange. Any idea what it could be? It's shocking that some people think it's acceptable to just pick it up, throw something at it, or completely disregard the possibility that it could be dangerous. Anything that looks like an explosive should be treated as one, unless it is 100% confirmed otherwise by a professional. Do not disturb it in any way. I advised him to call the police or explosive ordnance disposal. I'm hoping it's just a wheel. After 5 hours, the police arrived shortly after his non-emergency call. They instructed him to go home and assured him that they would take care of it from there. My friend discovered this old mechanical device in a dumpster while in Denmark. It's extremely heavy and roughly the size of a hand. The back simply says, "Made in Sweden," but there are no other markings or identifying information. The device is filled with numerous clicky, moving parts, which has made us wonder what its purpose could be. Could it be a cash register? Or perhaps an early mechanical calculator? The complexity of its design suggests it might be something related to old-fashioned machinery, but we're still not sure what exactly it is. Any ideas? It is a mechanical calculator. The rotor pinwheels are 54 millimeters in diameter, with the setting levers spaced 7 millimeters apart. There is a two-stage rotor clearing mechanism operated by the button at the lower left of the setting levers. As the button is pushed to the left, it brings a shutter into the path of the levers, releases the setting lock on the rotor, and releases the rotor non-return PAL. As the winding handle is turned forward, the setting rings stop against the shutter, and the rotor continues to turn under them until they are all back at zero. The handle is then returned to the home position and the button released. I found this strange pot with tubes and a suction system in my friend's new apartment, left behind by the previous tenants. The pot appears to be about 5 quarts in size, and it's connected to several tubes that are equipped with suction cups. I'm not sure what it's for, but it definitely looks unusual and seems to be some kind of unique or old device. Any idea what it could be? It's a milking machine for either cows or goats. When designed for cows, they typically have 4 suction tips. Somebody was milking something, whether it's a cow, cat, whale, camel, or another human, we're none the wiser. I found a stack of 1 through 300 metal tags inside an old icebox, which dates back to the 1920s. The copper wires are simply there to keep the stack together. The tags appear to be made of plated steel, though I can't be sure since there's no rust on them. These tags were discovered in a family heirloom icebox, but no one seems to remember what they were used for. Each one is marked with Aurora, Illinois Ace Steel Equipment Company. I'm really curious to learn more about these tags and their purpose. Any ideas? They look like locker numbers. The All Steel Equipment Company was founded in 1912 in Aurora, Illinois. Initially known as the All Steel Equip Company, they manufactured electrical boxes, shop tote boxes, and soon after steel lockers and electrical conduits. In 1929, the company changed its name to the All Steel Equip Company. In 1936, ASE bought the Aurora Metal Cabinet Company of Aurora, Illinois, and redesigned the company's line of file cabinets. During World War II, ASE manufactured ammunition boxes, shell fuse casings, metal lockers for the U.S. Navy, and special wood-topped cabinets for U.S. Army vehicles. Okay, what is this thing? Is solved. But the bigger mystery is, why were they bundled up and put in an icebox? I found this rusted metal box deep in the woods. It's hard to tell how old it is due to the heavy corrosion, but it looks like there were windows that used to flip up on each side. There are also 2 small stepladders beneath the doors. The box is about 6 feet tall and seems like it could comfortably fit 2 adults. I'm guessing it could have been part of an old park ride, a ski lift, or maybe even a golf cart, though it doesn't appear to have any wheel mounts, which makes me wonder if it was remotely controlled. I couldn't get a clear view of the roof, so I'm not sure if it was designed to function as a lift. What's even creepier is that it's in an area we often visit, but we've never noticed it before. Inside, it was filled with around 74 trillion cobwebs. It looks very old, but the small lights on the side appear to be LEDs, which is odd for something so weathered. Any ideas what this thing is? It's the cab of an early production John Deere 3020 tractor. I came across this piece of seemingly old technology in a pile at a university. It's about the size of a pack of ramen noodles and surprisingly heavy for its size. The most notable feature is the 8-pin DIN connector on one end, but there are no serial numbers or any other identifying marks on it. It's a bit of a mystery, and I'm curious if anyone recognizes what it might be or what it was used for. It's Frogman Underwater Computer. This is a waterproof computer that can store maps for navigational aids or detailed assembly drawings for service, maintenance, or field operations. A conformal-shaped rear surface was also required so that the unit could be comfortably strapped to a diver's leg. The device is built up in layers of polyurethane and sacrificial wax. The polyurethane is deposited as a 2-part thermoset. The wax can be extruded with a conventional hot glue gun, or thick layers can be poured from a hot melt pot. The important points are that custom tooling was not required to manufacture the Frogman, and that embedding facilitates waterproofing. My friend found a wooden object along a local woodland trail in Scotland. It's held together with steel bolts, and while it doesn't appear particularly old, it has some curious features. Several of the wooden boards have ridges or bumps, and the structure itself measures approximately 1.5 meters long and 1 meter wide. The bottom of the object contains a small amount of soil, but it's unclear if there's a drainage hole beneath it. It's situated near the top of a hill that requires a 10 to 15-minute climb up a staircase. This raises the question of its purpose, as it seems impractical to carry or use such a structure in this setting. Given that Edinburgh is known for its vibrant arts scene, one theory is that this might be an art installation, perhaps an abstract representation or an interactive piece. However, the object's design and placement don't immediately suggest a clear function or artistic intent. Any ideas what this thing is? This is a wooden tongue drum, a musical instrument that produces delightful tones when struck with a mallet or similar object,